Alrighty, I want to make another video. I made one the other day of kind of a walk around, realized it was dark as hell once I published it, so make one here in the daylight. And also, gearhead, I'm going to do a cold start for you. Start it up, show you the interior, actually so you can actually see inside this time. But yeah, give you guys an overall what it is, what I did. It's the 1952 International. Originally it was a box truck. It's on a 1947 Dodge truck frame. It's still got the original drum brakes on it, which I believe I have to rebuild because the brakes are horrible right now. It's a Chevy 305. It's got a mild cam in it. Sounds good. You know, you don't need a ton of power with these things. I'm not drag racing it. I'm just out to have fun. It's got an old Chevy steering box. Steering arm there is all custom made. I made that. It's got Crown Vic Steelies on it from a police car, 16-inch. Just threw some spinners on there. On the inside, you see pretty basic battery, air compressor tank, a couple solenoid valves. I just replaced the rear end a couple weeks ago. It's got a 8.8 Ford rear end in it, posi. Basically the bed turned out to be more like a tonneau cover just because I didn't have the depth. Burnt in a logo into it, international logo. Just some eBay taillights, but they kind of look period. I kind of like them. My top rails here, I mentioned this in my last video. These rails here are actually off a treadmill, the upright supports. Same thing over here, you know, your basic stuff. Got a old school Uga horn on it. Headlights were at least from the 50s, because when I wired them up I didn't realize that they had 6-volt bulbs in them, so burnt those up. But yeah, so they're pretty old headlights. Got those at a swap meet. Picked up the grill at a swap meet, and picked up the scoop in a swap meet. All I had to do with this is, most of these are designed for dual carburetors. I just made this here, made a bottom plate to fit my single barrel, or my 4-barrel. I got just a Holley 600. Interior, I just made up some door panels and then covered them with some blankets. I was down in Mexico last year and I picked these up dirt cheap, so I figured, you know, what the heck, they were so cheap I figured I'd buy them even if I didn't use them. Didn't have a handle, so I just took a wrench and welded up a little Zerk so I could screw it on there. Use original window cranks. You can see the carpet now. Actually, the bottom carpet's actually just a floor mat from Menards. It's nice thick rubber. Works out good. Interior layout, you know, pretty basic. I got a dual pressure gauge. You know, it tells me how much air I got in the tank and how much I have in the bags. Pretty basic. I got, you know, air compressor, my up and down bag, 3-way switch, my fan. And then I did put this in. This kills the power to the whole thing, just to eliminate leaving something on and having a dead battery. Horn button, and these are just Sun Pro gauges, nothing crazy. I bought one of them 3-packs, took it apart and just mounted them in there. My tack is just a, you know, Sun Pro tack, nothing crazy. I just my original gauges were I believe 6-volt and they didn't work anyway, so why keep them? Bought one of these external turn switches. Works fine. You can see my center console. I just got a piece of wood here. I actually don't even have it down because I got my insurance card underneath it. Use another blanket to cover up the hump. My transmission hump, if you guys building a car, this is an air compressor tank. I split it in half, and the square part here where the shifter sits is where your motor would sit for your air compressor. So that actually worked out real well. Brake pedal, gas pedal. I actually bought a under the floor mount for a 57 Chevy. and I modified it so it's a through the floor brake. Gas pedals just from the junkyard. My steering wheel, I just wrapped it in paracord. Not very well, but it works. Made it my own little horn button. The shifter is basically an old school ratchet strap for semi-use or whatever. I put this for to switch gears, you know, to go keep it locked in. And basically on the bottom here, I just modified it. It goes down through the floor, and I made up my own linkage. Works good. Seats are from the junkyard. I think they're out of like a Mitsubishi Eclipse or something. They work okay for right now. I think this winter I'm going to do some bomber seats just to give me a little bit more leg room. In my glove box is my fuse box, just a real small one. If I had to do it all over again, I think I would have got a little bit bigger one, a little bit more stuff on it, but I made it work. All right, cold start. Let's see if it'll start up. I don't even run a key. I just got a hidden kill switch, because if anybody knows anything about cars with an exposed engine, they could probably steal it in a matter of minutes anyways. Oh, hold on. There we go. Baffles sound pretty good, not too loud. All right, you know, that's it, guys. I'm going to put another video together here. I just ordered up a little suction cup for my GoPro so I could run one on the windshield. I was thinking about running one on the windshield, maybe one on my grill here looking back. Make up a little thing. My kid's real good at video editing, so once I get a bunch of them put together, I'll put a little thing together, make it look good. Have you see what it looks like down the road. Only thing that I haven't done yet that is a definite must is I'm not running any rear shocks yet. I just got airbags back there, and it doesn't handle real well. You jump on it, that 4-link will squat, and when you let up, you better be hanging on because it's a little bit all over the place. So definitely something I'm going to address here soon. Figured I'd have a problem with it, but you know, I wanted to get it on the road before it's winter. This is Illinois, so I don't have much warm weather left. Alrighty guys, thanks. Add any more comments, I'll answer what I can or do another video.